Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about Tanchjim Mino. So it's a TWS that's around $40. And the reason I'm making video is that I just wanted to make a TWS video and be done with TWS stuff. If I'm being honest. Like in my opinion, TWS just sound same. It's either the B shape or the balance kind of that we have on Mino and Space Travel. And this is the box of Tanchjim Mino. It's surprising that every Tanchjim has similar like boxes. FiiO has same box or like similar box design. You open it like this, and then you have your box, and you slit it open. It's pretty much the same for pretty much everything, even the bunny is something like this. So there's nothing special about Tanchjim. It's quite impressive that all of them are like just similar enough. So yeah, you open it like that, and it has this thing where you have all your accessories in here, and the IM itself is in here. And in the box, what you get is a single set of ear tips, a USB-C, and filters. So yeah, that's it. So this is the TWS by itself. Nothing special. But the good part is that this thing has lid and Space Travel doesn't have a lid. But the lid is kind of scratchy, so if you don't like getting scratchy cases, I'm not gonna get this thing because the lid is really scratchy. It really likes to get scratches. So this is the actual bud. So they use the brush the style or the design, which I'm not big fan of. No, the brush design. I hate that in this market. It's pretty much just this design, and there's the nugget design or like the small ones, like an actual IM sizes, are really rare now. So yeah, that's how it is right now. So in terms of comfort, this is not comfortable in my ears because of this big like an I don't know bean, like a big bean in this, and this white bean thing makes my ears kind of painful after like 30-40 minutes, so I just cannot use them for a long session. Let's talk about the feature set. This only supports AAC and SBC, so if you like LDAC, this is not for you. So you cannot get a lossless codec on this. Now, in terms of battery life, they said like around 6 hours per charge, and I think it was like 35-40 hours for the whole thing or the case. But this is my second pair, and I think these thing have a quality control issue in terms of battery. Surprisingly, the anime version or the Tanchjim Asano, whatever, doesn't have the issue that I'm having on these basic sets. So the first one I had has a battery issue on the left side where they drain unevenly. So this thing, the left side had like 30% difference of battery depletion. So for example, the right side is on 90%, the left side is on 30. And this second pair is has the same issue but on the opposite side of bud, so it's on the right side instead of left. So that's a one thing to note, that these things are not good in terms of battery. They have issue on that. Unless it's actually just that the basic ones just have this issue, but the Tanchjim Asano version, I don't have that problem. They work like just they deplete the same time, or like they just stay close to each other, like a 10 to 20 difference instead of like 30-40 for these, which is like I feel like that's fair enough for the Asano. It's like uh, usually it's just 10%. This one though, it's around 30-40. So if you care about battery life, I'm not buying this. Now let's talk about the sound. So this is pretty much just a space travel with more energy on the upper frequency, so the bass is adequate. Mids is more forward for the vocals compared to the space travel. So, and treble is also a little bit livelier, more airiness. So that's the sound. In terms of like compared to like $20 IEMs, I prefer my $20 IEMs. That's the problem I have with TWS. I wish that if I'm paying double the price, I hope that it would compete with like $20 IEMs, but I don't get that in TWS stuff. And that's why I'm making this video. This is probably will be my last TWS review, if I'm being honest, because I have so many problems with TWS. Uh, so the first problem is this parts, the metal thingy. Like they can corrode, so you get like a green thingy on the metal connection. So it would have a terrible. It won't charge sometimes or something. And the other problem is that every TWS that I've listened like in a cheap area doesn't sound full. It's like I'm listening to a lower quality MP3. And the other problem is obviously the battery. Like this one has a battery issue. Like the right side is depleting like 30%. It's like has a 70% battery life. So yeah. And lastly, I forgot about this. Every TWS has the same tuning. Like it's either the so most of the time it's the popular B shape kind of sound. The it's not even the good B shape. It's the shit B shape that everyone likes. The consumer wants, where the bass it's just bass and then treble. The mids are recessed, and the other one, the unique ones like Space Trouble and this one, is a balance. It's just boring. It's just boring to review TWS. I don't know how people make videos reviewing TWS. And I noticed that in every reviewer that I've watched, or like, except the Tanaka guy, Kenneth Tanaka, everyone else, they all only talk about bass. Like, well, man, how I think it's boring. So, and so this is like my one and done in terms of TWS review. I just cannot keep reviewing TWS stuff when everyone else just keeps talking about bass. I feel like I'm Confucius with talking about mids and highs, and when you watch other reviews, they just talk about bass and then gaming. I'm not a gaming kind of thing in terms of TWS or IEMs, so I don't care about that. So I think that's it for the sound quality. It just this is gonna be probably the last, or unless I found a unique sounding TWS, then yeah, I'll make another video probably. So in conclusion, I would recommend this if you needed or wanted a lid for your Space Trouble, or if you don't have Space Trouble, you wanted a lid. And compared to Space Trouble one, you can do EQ or multipoint. I don't know if the first one had multipoint, or did they add it later down the line. But yeah, it's for like around $40. You get what you get, I guess. Oh, and Tanchjim is so good at copying Moondrop that they also copied their QC issues. That this thing has a QC issues in the batteries. I just wanted to emphasize that again, because I think the reason you buy TWS is usability, long session, like at least like around at most 6 hours, and this thing has a problem with the battery depleting unevenly. So this thing is like lasts around 3-4 hours, and this is last like 5-6, which is adequate. But when the other side is dead for like 30-40% difference, I think that's a huge problem. So that's my recommendation. If you really wanted this, I would just get the anime waifu version. I never had the problem with that, but on the base version, I've been having a battery issue on it. So that's it for the video. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Even though it's a kind of negative video again, it's a negative review. The reason I started reviewing is that I wanted to be impressed about stuff, but I think I got the good stuff too early, so it's just the bad stuff are coming now. So I hope the next video will be like more in like good factor, I guess. So yeah, see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.